What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the FBA Capital Trading Channel. And today I'm bringing you guys another video on US30, not NAS 100. We're going to be doing a US30 daily range case study. So without further ado, let's get right on into this video. So we're gonna try. Let's get all the way over here. So as you can see, it is 12 o'clock now as I am recording this video. Right here is a 12 a.m. open, and this is when price is going to basically start its new day. So we're going to be using the previous day's Asian session range. Matter of fact, yeah. Here, I'm gonna get rid of this indicator. We're gonna start off by marking up the previous day's highs, which were right here. Boom. We got the previous day's high. As you can see, the previous day's high did get ran through, and we had the previous day's low all the way down here. The previous day's low did not get ran through. So what is that telling us? It's simply telling us that price was just simply bullish today. It traded past the previous day's high, meaning price pushed higher, more high than low, meaning it was simply just bullish. Simple as that. That's the only reason I look for previous day's high and previous day's low as potential targets to see where price is more than likely going to keep on moving for the whole day. So now we have the 12 a.m. open next, which is right over here. We have the 12 a.m. open, and the last part of the 3-point outline that I like to do is going to be the Asian session range. So from 18 o'clock all the way to midnight, that is going to be the Asian session range. So let me just get it just like that. Boom and boom. So we have all these areas. So now I want you guys to pay attention to a few areas in price. I want you to pay attention to this high, this low, and this low right here. These are going to be the main important parts. Why? I'm about to explain right now. So the first area we're going to look at is right up here. Why is this area important? Because at 6 in the morning, we created the high of the day. At what level? 32,700 is where we made that low. All the way down here, we have the low of the day, in which was created at 32,400. And then if you look slightly lower, we have 300 level right here at the 12 a.m. open, but we're not gonna mark that up because it doesn't really play a major part in this case study. So up at this high, we have the high of the day after price traded into 32,700 big figure level. If you also look over to the left, we did have these other highs, but we didn't tap in any higher time frame order blocks that I remember because I did trade US30 today. So up here, we got the high of the day. We're gonna start annotating. We got the high of the day at 6 a.m. Plus we got 32,700 big figure level rejection, along with what else? I think it was a false break of Monday's high. What was it? That's Sunday. Last Monday? Last Tuesday. It had a false break of last Tuesday's high, which is right over here. If you draw it all the way over, look at how price traded right into that high. Traded above it, cleared that high, and then started to come lower. So let's annotate that. So we have 32,700. Also we have false break, just meaning we ran above the high, cleared it, just like this. Ran above the high, cleared it, and immediately started trading lower. So there's going to be a few areas in price I want you guys to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to this high right here and this low. And I also have another area I want you guys to watch out for. This area right here. This is another important key level. Now, why is this an important key level? Because this is where I personally caught my trade today for the short. So if you pull your fib from that high that we have at the high of the day to this short-term low, you see price came right into that 62% rejection. That's one thing that happened. It came close to 32,700, but it didn't come back into it. But it tapped that 62% perfectly. And then from here, what happened? Price had this retracement. Where did it retrace to? What I'm going to do is I'm going to be pulling my fib from the Asian session low, because the London session clearly didn't have any swing points that I can draw a fib from. So we're going to now draw that fib from that Asian session low all the way to this high of the day that we have. Pull the fib over. And you see that we have these rejections right here, which is going to come into second part. So before we annotate that, let's annotate this trade right here. At what time does this happen? At 9:30. So at 9:30 a.m. we had the fib short, just like that. And this is the trade I was actually able to catch today. So if you guys want to know exactly where I hopped in and everything, I'll give you guys the entries and everything. But if you watched the live stream, you would have seen it. I entered for a sell at 32,668 and got out at 32,582 for a total of about 86 points. So not bad for the day. It was all recorded live, so if you want to check that out, make sure you check that out. It's a live video, so you can go check that. But now that we have that annotated, we're gonna move on to down here. Why is this area important? If you look left, did this create the low of the day? It didn't. So this is actually going to be our low of the day. Down here we have the low of the day when the market opened. So early in the morning, around 12 a.m., that is when we made the low of the day. We're just gonna have low of the day. Not many confirmations for it. It's just the low of the day because that was the lowest point of the day. Nothing crazy about it. That's just what it is. So now we're gonna look at this area right here. Why is this area important? Because for one, you can see price retraced all the way back into this Asian session high. Pull this all the way over. I'm gonna change the color of it to orange just so you can see that's the Asian session high. Retrace into the Asian session high. Retrace into the fib long that I drew from the Asian session low to the new daily high. And as you can see, price had a rejection around 34,200, also 34,400, and then price started to push bullishly. Simple as that. So we're gonna annotate that now. And at what time did this all happen? This all happened at about 10:45 in the morning. So 10:45 a.m. we had the fib long plus 30, is it 32? 32,400 rejection, along with the Asian range high retest. I spelled that all wrong. I'm trying to learn to type without looking, and I suck at it, if you couldn't tell already. So at 10:45 a.m. we had the fib long at 32,400 after retesting the Asian session high. And also, if we want to take it a step further, go to a 30-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame is the one that has this last up candle right here. I went through all of the time frames from 15-minute and up just to make sure I was getting the correct one, because on a lot of time frames they tend to be like, let me show you. The order block right over here is these two down candles, but I was just making sure. So we also have this as another confirmation for this trade, which is going to be 1 hour order block. 1 hour order block rejection. And from here, this is when price started to expand back to the top side. So once it started to expand to the top side, you knew that price could have potentially been bullish now, because price did not create a new low of the day, still holding this upward structure, and it's holding all of these areas that you would ideally want to see price react from. So now we're simply going to pull a fib from this low to this high right here. So after price came back above the previous day's high, it showed a willingness to potentially want to go higher. Pull another fib, boom, and you simply got this retest right here of this fib long. We're not gonna make any crazy annotations for it besides just a fib long, because there's no point. So fib long and another 32,400 rejection. 32,400 rejection plus the fib long, and this is a potential re-entry that you could have caught right here. So yeah, now that we have the daily range, we're going to draw the schematic. So we had the Asian session ranged. Boom, 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 boom. Then London session had a push higher, kept pushing, made the high of the day during the New York session, had a retracement, and then from here, price retraced all the way back into the Asian session high before expanding again. But it didn't create a new high of the day. So overall, today was, I would say, I'm going to say it's a bullish London continuation, because it didn't make that low of the day during the New York session, and it did keep that trend from London session. So even though it's not the ideal London continuation, it's still a London continuation nonetheless. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this and I'm going to send it in the Telegram group. So if you're not in the Telegram group, make sure you hit the link in the description for you guys can join that. And that's really it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate everyone for watching this video. It is a short video, but these daily range case studies are not meant to be long. They're just meant to be informative and just meant to show you what happens on a daily basis so that you can implement these things tomorrow, next week, next month, because the same patterns happen weekly, monthly, and all the time, repeatedly. If you've seen it once, you will see it again, and I've shown you guys this many times. So if you don't believe it, don't listen to tell you, my boy. But with that being said, appreciate everyone for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video with a friend if you found it helpful. Stay motivated by the fear of being average, and I'll see everyone in the next video. See you in the morning for our live session. Let's have a good week, productive week. Everyone stay active, and let's get right to it.